Hello and welcome, and if you're joining us again, welcome back to another book chat. My name is Kahar. I am a library assistant too at the Seaside Branch Library. If you're ever in the area, come on in and stop by. Today's book chat is going to be about Falling Kingdoms. This is a 7-part series by Morgan Rhodes. So we're going to be talking about the first book called Falling Kingdoms. All right. When it comes to series, I find that it either goes three ways. One is you are immediately thrown into the world. It's really good. The world building is really good. The author does a good job of trapping you in, which is what we want. The second way it can go is it's a slow build-up. You are invited into the world. You see its small perspectives and maybe get slowly drawn in until a part usually when it starts to really take off and then you're fully in that world. The third way is usually if it just doesn't really interest you and you put the book down. I would say that this is more the second category. It has a very slow beginning and initially all the characters are kind of being introduced. And so you think, oh, when am I going to get into it? Now, about 60% into the book, you are really, trapped in there. And it makes for a very interesting twist. There are some interesting character development for sure. You definitely start off with not liking some or maybe sometimes all of the characters, which can be a good thing because there's a lot of room for them to grow. And I think I love that about this book. So as usual, I'm going to read the introduction, the summary. And then we'll talk a little bit more about it, okay? So it says, in the three kingdoms of Mythica, magic has long been forgotten, and while hard-won peace has reigned for centuries, a deadly unrest now simmers below the surface. As the rulers of each kingdom grapple for power, the lives of their subjects are brutally transformed. And 4 key players, royals and rebels alike, find their fates forever intertwined. Cleo, Jonas, Lucia, and Magnus are caught in a dizzying world of treacherous betrayals, shocking murders, secret alliances, and even unforeseen love. The only outcome that's certain is that kingdoms will fall. Who will emerge triumphant when all they know has collapsed? Now, the second part I want to show you, and if you've been with me before, you know that I'm a big fan of this, is that if there is a map, if I can get to it, in the beginning of the book, I instantly love it. It was in the second page. I skipped past it. Here we go. So this is a map of the 3 kingdoms, as you can see it, Limers, Pelagia, and Arunus. And this is where our world takes place. That is Mythica, and we have 4 main characters that we really follow, and some get added here and there, and we always follow it through their perspective. And I think that's why maybe in the beginning it is initially slow. We're going through different perspectives. We're kind of seeing how they're viewing this world, where they're at, what point of their life they're at, and how they see the world as they from their perspective. You know, what is transpiring and how do they see that the events happening. And so that buildup is really slow. 60% of the way through it, though, you know, we get some really nice plot development that really moves it forward, and that basically is a war, right? And so we have that happening, and then we see the rest of it kind of transpire, and that's when it really gets interesting. There is some world building in this specific book, and a lot of mysteries, really, more than anything. You know, we're constantly asking, who is this? Why are they there? As opposed to why is this character there? And are they ever going to cross paths? And how is that going to happen? So I think Morgan Rhodes really does a good job in this book initially to get you to think and really question about what is this world and how is she really going to transform it so that we enjoy it. I would say overall that this book, I would give it a 3.8 out of 5 stars. You know, it's a good entry light fantasy book for young adults. And if you're kind of getting into that genre, this would be a great pickup. If you're more already entrenched in that fantasy world, I'm not sure I would recommend this, just because I think the fantasy development, world building is definitely very light and could be a little bit better, I think. So if you're already entrenched in fantasy, high fantasy, I'd probably recommend something else. But if you're just starting off, this is a great place to start off with. If you're just looking for an easy read, this is a great place to start off with. Mind-numbing, but also a little bit thinking, a little mystery. I definitely suggest this. All right. So again, my name is Kahar. I work at the Seaside Branch Library. If you're ever stop by. And thank you so much. You guys have a good day.